Welcome, friends, to the Monday Manifest. Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry. Should probably move that back a little. Chaos Hand 56 here. You know who I am by now, hopefully. Or if you're new here, you probably have no idea who I am and you have no idea what I'm doing. That's okay, because I really don't either. Um, I'm recording the Monday Manifest right now, but honestly, I really have no idea what to talk about. I mean, I guess for now I can just kind of ramble on because I did get a new streaming setup. If you can't tell from the last Monday Manifest, it's a completely different setup because usually I'm standing up or I'd be looking up because my monitors are higher. Basically, I'm at a corner setup now, so I'm looking at the corner of the room. Actually, I'm looking at the corner room right now. It's a little off center, whatever. And I'm just running three monitors, this being the main monitor here, which is what I'm looking at, and I'm watching myself talk, which honestly is kind of strange, but you know what? It's fine. You get used to it in this line of work. But this is a little bit easier too, because I have a single light up here instead of having two lights that were kind of weirdly far away. Apparently, it works out better if they're closer, and you can also see it in my eyes. It's not a ring light. It's literally just like one of those little work light things from Walmart, but with a smart bulb in there, so I can change the color. I know, it's fine. I mean, good lighting doesn't always have to be soft boxes. Although, I mean, obviously studio quality stuff that's the best, but I wouldn't say I'm studio quality. So, I mean, I guess this Monday Manifest should just be about changes. I'll probably splash it across like I usually do because I'm trying to put out higher quality um recordings and stuff like that. Hopefully this comes out at higher quality too. I did get a new graphics card. Like I had built a new computer a couple months back. I held out on the graphics card just because graphics cards are by far the most expensive component of the computer other than the CPU. And thankfully, this didn't cost very much more than the CPU. I actually got the NVIDIA 2070S, which it ran me about 500. And people would probably be like, well, why didn't you just go ahead and get a 2080? And it's because the 2080 is still like $1,500 fucking dollars, which is ridiculous, by the way. And for the performance boost between that and the 2070S, it's really not worth that price, you know. And I needed something now, really, so I can't wait a couple of years until that gets cheaper and then the next revision or whatever shows up. But yeah. So got a new desk. I mean, you can't really see it, but I'll probably throw a few pictures, picture in picture type things up so you can see what it looks like after I clean it up a bit. Because even though it's not really dirty right now, it's more cluttered than when I first started because obviously things built up. But yeah. So I'm gonna be working on production quality of both the Monday Manifests. Granted, I mean, it's just me here talking to you guys. There's not a whole lot going on other than that about random topics. Like I said, I just didn't have a topic this week because I didn't really think about it. And at this point, it is almost 11 o'clock at night on said Monday. So this will probably barely squeak in on Monday. I mean, granted, for a lot of people I know, it's already Tuesday because they're all like East Coast or across the water or something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I guess this is more kind of like an update on things because I got that all together. I've been working on moving my systems around. I actually want to move my PS4 over here where my other systems are at. They're under the desk. You can't see them obviously, but I'll take a picture of that too. It's not the prettiest setup, but I mean it's functional. Because one of the things I want to do in the new year is I want to do more. I definitely want to do more VR games as well. I have a PlayStation VR. Granted, PlayStation VR is not fantastic. It's probably, I wouldn't say bottom of the barrel for VR, but honestly, PC has much better support and mods and other stuff. So PlayStation VR is kind of, it's still more of an introductory level because while it's fun to play and all that, I know that I'm not going to get as much stuff. Like I have Beat Saber, but it sucks because Beat Saber has, I don't know, like 12 songs on the PlayStation. Maybe there's more now, but when I was playing it, there really wasn't a whole lot of selection. Whereas on the computer, they have mods and people have made they've made maps for songs and stuff like that. So there's literally hundreds of songs, like different things you can do on the PC version. So I kind of wish I had waited and just sprung for an Oculus, but this was a few years back when the VR technology was still pretty like fancy and new, and the PSVR came out, and I was like, hey, I can afford this. Let's check it out. I've probably only played like 10 VR games on it, and even less on stream. I did do Resident Evil 7 completely VR, and honestly, that's like the way to experience it in my opinion, because trying to play it outside of VR with the controller, just the aiming felt like really sluggish, and it just didn't have the same feel. Like actually having, that VR set on your head and like using it to look around and seeing everything like close up and all that. And funnily enough, I used that headset for Resident Evil 7, and I streamed I think like 7 hours or something ridiculous. And of course, I was standing up the whole time because it's VR, and also it's easier to like move around and stuff like that if you're standing up. But yeah, and I didn't get sick. Like I think it's partially because of like the darker ambiance of the game is kind of what helped with that, because generally darker games make it a bit harder, and I think they worked a bit on the optimization of that. So I never once really felt like sick. There was another game I played that you guys might have heard of that's called Cat Lateral Damage, which is literally you playing as a cat just pushing stuff off of shelves and everything to rack up points. That is also VR capable, but the difference between that and Resident Evil 7, like when you're walking, you literally just walk. Like a lot of games do the teleporting type of thing, which is actually what Cat Lateral Damage does. And it's also a very, very brightly colored game. So I get like I think I don't think I streamed it. I think I just like played it by myself. And after like 30 to 45 minutes, like I was like fucking like sweating and nauseous, and I was just like, this is not good. So I'll have to test more stuff. I think another thing I did on stream actually was Farpoint. I think I did that on stream. I can't remember. Yeah, because there was bugs and there was a lot of shooting and stuff, and that one was pretty fun too. And that one didn't really make me motion sick, but yeah. See, this went from me talking about like the new year and new things to fucking random VR games. But you know what? It's fine, because we're talking about what we are going to do in the future. Because my last Monday Manifest was about New Year's resolutions, and I'm still going to uphold those. Where I was talking about definitely need to exercise more. Gotta make a list of games. I'm actually probably going to put up the list of games that I want to play at the end of this video, just as a reminder to myself and also to anybody else who watches, so they can get on my ass if I'm not like actually doing stuff. Like right now I'm actually going through Pokemon Leaf Green, which I put the first VOD of that up the other day. I always forget because I've been uploading so much shit. But I've been working on that. Been working on running Ocarina of Time again. I did the third part of that last week, and I got like really drunk off of whiskey and spent 5 hours in the water temple. It was fun. I mean, it was fun. It was playing the game and like hanging with people, but I was getting frustrated at the game too because I was like so fucking lost, and then I realized that I just was dumb and missed something like that I could have totally that I should have noticed the first time. But it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, so there's that. Those two are things I'm working on, and as soon as I finish Ocarina of Time, I'm gonna go straight to Majora's Mask because they're both on the same disc, and then we'll just keep kind of going from there. And I've also I've been going through Ys 8 on Fridays, which I don't know how long it is, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be about like 30 to 40 hours, which means that I will probably be I'm probably going to get at least 5 more streams out of it, because I've already done 4 at about 3 to 4 hours each. I'm trying to shoot for at least 4 to 5 hours with certain games, especially RPGs, just because they tend to go on longer anyway, and I want to make sure I get through them. Like, I'm not trying to rush it or anything, but longer streams usually means less sessions, and then I can get on to the next thing. So, So yeah, I'll probably compile a list and throw that at the end. But I still haven't started on Patreon though. Like that's the thing. I've been working so much on editing and doing other things that I'm kind of it's a fine balance, and it can be really hard to get it like 100% figured out, especially in the first week. Like I have to find time to like do recordings and stuff like that. So we'll have to see how that goes. I definitely want to get that launched before the end of January though, like for sure. I know God, I just have to think of like other content and stuff, other things to do, all of that. It's just there's a lot of work involved. And probably the biggest time consumption that I have is editing videos. Because granted, I'm not really doing a lot with these VODs. The most I'm doing, like I said before, is cutting out the front where I have like the 10 minutes before stream where I'm getting shit set up, like bathroom breaks, and then cutting the end where I'm talking about who I'm gonna raid or host or whatever, and then putting like the intro and outro screens and stuff like that. So it's not a lot, but it still takes time to get that done and then to actually encode it, because most of these videos are a minimum of 3 hours long, which the 3 hour long videos don't take very long. They take maybe an hour and a half tops to encode. But when I make other ones, like I made a 10-hour one, which is me putting all three VODs of me playing Fear, first encounter assault recon, and that was about 10.5 hours, and that took quite a bit of time to encode. So, but I'm trying to get it so everything's like a specific quality, and then go from there. So I don't. So everything is like one easy thing for me to go through and edit and all that. So I don't have to keep on like messing with settings in the editing software and all that. I'm trying to learn more about that shit too. So that and like drawing or making overlays and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I actually made one today for Pokemon Leaf Green. Well, not for Leaf Green, because I made Monday the day where I play Pokemon games. So it's really for anything. But it has graphics from first gen, because I'm like, I might as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people know that. If not, then well, then maybe I'm just old. But yeah, so there's that. I still have to make a list of. I really just need to, like, because I need to read all these books, especially if I plan on using that as something for Patreon as well. So we'll have to see how that's gonna go. But yeah, so far things have been progressing pretty good. Like I've been working on getting my backlog of videos caught up. Definitely a lot of my newer stuff is already up, and I've been working on it, and that's good. I just have to go to some of the older stuff. I was actually really mad about this, and I told one of my friends about it. Is that not that long ago? Really, it was last year, probably about halfway through the year. I think it was when I was in the previous bedroom. I guess I've been in this bedroom for quite some time. But I played Chrono Trigger last year, and I was like, yeah, let's upload all the VODs. And I went through before, and I renamed everything, because when OBS records something, it records it as a whole mess of like numbers and letters, and then the actual date. So I have to go back, check the VOD, and see like exactly which game it is. But I have 4 VODs for Chrono Trigger. First VOD's right. Second VOD's right. Third VOD is actually the 4th VOD, so I have no idea where the real third VOD is. And I can tell this because I was smashing the second and third VODs together, because they were fairly short. Like one was only like a little over 2 hours, and the other one was like 4. So I was like, I'm making a 6-hour video, whatever. But then I looked, and the end of the first VOD and the beginning of the second VOD were in completely different areas, and I was just like, I messed up. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. Either I need to find that missing video, or if I can't find that missing video, then I'm just gonna stream Chrono Trigger again. And I don't think anybody would complain, to be perfectly honest, and I don't mind it either. It's just like I said, I'm trying to work on my backlog of games, but I also want to make sure that I have like all of the content that I actually have done like up to date. So if I can't find that, I'll just delete that first VOD and I'll find time to play it this year. So plus it'll be higher quality. That was the weird thing too, is when I recorded that video, I was recording it at like some weird fucking resolution, like it was like 1052 by like 574 or so, I don't know. It was something weird. I'm guessing that my computer was just like chugging, so I was like, hey, I'll reduce the resolution and see if that helps. But my editing software does not like that resolution because it tries to put it up to 4K, and I'm like, that'll look like ass, so no. And yeah. So, well, that's something I'll figure out. But yeah, there are a lot of changes for the better, for sure, because I want to try to focus more on Twitch and all that and getting things up to YouTube and just trying to make more content overall. So, granted, if this is the first time here and you're just now seeing this video, none of this even makes any sense to you because you haven't seen any of the stuff I've done. But definitely check out the videos that I've put up. I mean, I don't know, you might find something you like. I think I have if you check out my my channel, I have a clip compilation from my first year, and I'm trying to get better at getting clips and stuff like that so I can make more. I want to make a compilation per play, but it's just going to take some time is all. But thank you all for being here. I know this is another kind of short, well, I don't know, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, that's not too bad. But thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I hope that all of you have been having a good year so far, and that you continue to have a good year. Like I said, I'm going to keep trying my best to keep maintaining and increasing quality of stuff. I'm trying to be better as an entertainer, which I don't know if it's like facetious to say something like that when it's like, I don't know, I don't have a huge following. I'm not partnered on Twitch or anything. I'm an affiliate, but I still have people who enjoy watching me, which I am grateful for sure. And I just want to make sure that I keep making better stuff for these people and for any new people that join the channels. So thank you once again, everybody, for being here. And I will catch you guys next Monday. But like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to stick I'm going to look through my games, and I'm going to put up a list of things that I definitely want to try to get through this year. So keep an eye out for that. And if there's anything in that list that you guys particularly like, just let me know below, because I want to know what you guys like as well. Because I know I like a lot of games. I vastly prefer single-player RPGs over anything else, just because that's what I grew up with. But I mean, shooters and stuff like that aren't bad for me every once in a while, and other stuff. So, and if you don't see something on the list, you can always let me know, and I can see if I can get that, or if it's something that I might be interested in. So, thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic Monday night, and I'll see you next week.